His dad was a pretty darn good player for the Cardinals and the Washington Redskins. Like father, like son. Back in the mid-70s, Terry Metcalf was a two-time All-Pro running back for the St. Louis Cardinals. Just 8 years after his retirement in 1981, he sends forth his son Eric, a senior at Texas, to chase down the same dreams in the NFL that he himself once achieved.
Well, I want to be this guy, I want to be that guy. I wanted to be Terry Metcalf because that was my dad and he was playing professional football.
When I coached him in high school, I was amazed a lot of times because I knew, I'd seen that move somewhere before. But it's unique that I can see it through my son.
He's very similar to his dad. He may be a tad quicker than Terry was. Terry and Eric are built very similar. There's enthusiasm in their eyes when you look at them, and they're the same type of running backs.
They're exciting type players. When the ball gets in their hands, you know that something can happen every time. Both exceptional football players, and I'm sure that Eric will have a career like he's had. He's a darting, dashing, fun-loving type running back that can put the ball in the end zone. They're a lot alike.
I won't let anyone tell me, well, you should have been like your father or your father was better than you, because I'm not trying to make everyone else happy. I'm trying to make myself and my family happy, and I think if I can do that, everything should be fine.
You know, he can't be me. He can only be himself. He can't be anybody else. And, you know, sometimes media personnel have said, well, he has big shoes to fill. And I tell him, well, he wears a 9.5, I wear a 10. He fits his very
Always good to hear from our friend Neil Young on draft day. Tommy, you tried to tackle Terry Metcalf a couple times. If Eric is anything like his dad, opponents are in trouble, right?
Eric certainly has some big shoes to fill, but I'll tell you what, he runs just like Terry. He's up on his toes, and what I like about him, he has the great vision. So he makes that Gale Sayers type cut across field. In him, Cleveland now has about 3 guys that every time they touch the football, you're going to have to worry about protecting the end zone.
Joe, at the end of Terry's career, he was with the Redskins, and you were there. He's a special kind of player, right?
I had a chance to play with Terry the latter part of his career, and of course, I didn't get a chance to see him like Eric is now. And one thing about Eric, what people don't realize, is he's only 20 years old. You're talking about a very young man who has a tremendous amount of maturity and a tremendous amount of ability to exploit. I agree with Tommy. I think anytime one of those 3 guys in Cleveland touches the ball, the defense has got to wonder when it's going to wind up in the end zone. I think he's quicker than his father. I really believe that he's quicker. He's a little smaller, which he should be quicker. But if he's got he's got all that Metcalf blood running through him, he's got stardom written all over him.
In the genes. We are halfway through the first round here at the Marriott Marquis in New York. We're waiting on the Seattle Seahawks, who own the next selection. We'll be back right after this. Or they could go